My name's Amber Mack, and thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you to everyone who's watching the live stream and to everyone here at the Eaton Center.
That's right. That's right. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mark Saltzman. I'm a fellow tech colleague of Amber's and my fellow geek at heart. And we're thrilled to have a really fun unboxing today. And you can live stream, by the way, at the ultimatemobiledevice.com, I should say. For those who aren't here in person, make sure that you share it online and you can take pictures and use a hashtag as well.
Yes, so for everybody, whether you're watching the live stream or you're here in person, we encourage you to take pictures and use the hashtag SparkMobile. Thanks again for joining us. Now, Mark and I have been at a lot of unboxings over the years. I don't want to say how many years, but Mark just told me he's been in this business for 20 years.
Yeah, that's right. Now, we've done a lot of unboxing. Usually it's on YouTube. This is not only public, but as I mentioned, live streaming around the world, which is pretty exciting. We've had a lot of guesses on social media what we're unboxing today.
Yeah, we've had some pretty good guesses, so we're asking people on social media what's in the box. One of my favorite guesses is someone thought that Gwyneth Paltrow was going to be in the box.
I know, it's so random.
Sorry to disappoint, but Gwyneth Paltrow will not be in the box, and many other guesses as well.
Right. So we want to be respectful of your time, so we're going to jump right to it. Let's see what is in the box. Amber, I'm going to let you do the have the honors here.
Okay, all right. Take a look at this.
What is that? What's going on there?
All right, I'm going to press this button, see what happens.
What?
All right.
Is it not this box that we're unboxing? What's going on? Wow, I guess it's a little bit bigger than we anticipated.
It's a little bigger. All right, so guys, we are pleased to reveal the first in its class to offer Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility. We call this Spark.
That's right. The connected car revolution is here. Yes, thank you very much.
Take a moment and applaud. Thank you.
All right, so we have all this awesome tech in our. There we go. That can be nice. We have Amber. It's no secret. We have amazing tech in our pockets. We have it in our home. We have it at the office. Now you can have the latest technology in the one place that we spend a good chunk of our day, especially in Toronto, our vehicles.
Yeah, so this is really exciting. I don't know about you guys, but I have low-grade anxiety when I'm not connected to my device. I get a little bit anxious. I want to be connected literally 24/7. And Mark and I are going to talk about some of the features of Spark, and we're so excited to talk, first of all, about this Wi-Fi connectivity. And as you'll notice on the top of the Spark, this antenna, Mark, you're going to talk a little bit more about that because that's a very important piece of this.
So this is your own personal Wi-Fi hotspot on 4 wheels. So when you want high-speed online connectivity, you don't need to go find a cafe to sit outside of and use the internet. You can join up to 7 devices in the vehicle. So you're on a road trip with your buddies. One can have a laptop on their lap, a second can have a tablet, third can have a smartphone, and you've got high-speed connectivity with that antenna that Amber mentioned, 3 times stronger than the cellular signal that your phone can muster. And it's also great for road trips with kids as well in the back seat.
Absolutely. I just went on a 21-hour road trip with my 6.5-year-old to Florida. If you've ever done that, you will probably wish that you had Wi-Fi in the car. Now, this is, Mark mentioned, totally different than just creating a hotspot in the car because you have better coverage, but you also have better plans. So let's talk about this, Mark. It starts at $10 a month. Now, if you want 1 gig of data, it goes up to $20 a month. And the best thing about this is it's not just in Toronto, it's across Canada and across the United States.
That's right.
That means if you're driving down to Florida, your kids or your friends, your husband or wife, they can sit there if they haven't caught up on the latest episode of House of Cards. They can watch Netflix and do anything that they need to do in the car.
Yeah, or my kids will be playing Minecraft in the back seat, online. Again, no roaming fees, and it even works outside of the vehicle. So imagine you're camping, or as we call it, glamping in our house. You can actually watch a TV show on your tablet in the tent, or if you're a mobile worker, maybe you are an insurance adjuster or a real estate agent, you can pull off into a parking lot and get much better high-speed connectivity than what your phone can deliver up to 50 feet outside of your car. So that's one very cool thing out of 3 we're going to talk about today with the Spark, and that is built-in Wi-Fi hotspot using 4G LTE connectivity and automatically deferring to the strongest cell towers. It's not tied to one particular carrier, you're always going to get the best. And then next, as Amber teased earlier, the ability to connect your smartphone in new ways with this car.
Yeah, so whether you're an Android user or an Apple user, and we know more and more when it comes to families and couples and friends, people are on different platforms. And so what's great about this is that it works for both. So if you could have an iPhone, maybe your husband has an Android device, you can plug them into the car and it will work with those devices.
If you have an iPhone, it's called CarPlay. If you're an Android user like Samsung, HTC, LG, Sony, and so on, it's called Android Auto. As you can see in the video here, you simply connect your favorite smartphone to your vehicle. It charges up your phone, of course. Put it away so you're not tempted to touch your phone when you're behind the wheel. And now the dashboard, in this case a 7-inch touchscreen dashboard with the Spark, it'll somewhat resemble your home screen, that familiar smartphone home screen that you know and love already, with the apps that you know and love as well.
And this is an important point because it doesn't just mirror your smartphone, but instead this is a custom view, so it's a safer experience. That means you have all of those things that you could need while you're driving. For example, as an Android user, I love Google Maps, so I easily have access to Google Maps at my fingertips, but also hands-free, again, for a safer experience.
That's right. Chevy actually worked with Apple and Google to ensure that it's hands-free. So as the late Jim Morrison once famously sang, you can keep your eyes on the road and hands upon the wheel. Speaking of the wheel, there's a push-to-talk button that lets you activate Siri if you're an iPhone user, or Android, Google Now for Android users. And speaking of which, when you get a text message, for example, your vehicle is now going to read it to you, and you can respond with your voice, and it gets transcribed back into text. So it's not like you're going to be reading anything on a touchscreen. It's completely safe. And I also like, so making calls hands-free, maps and navigation. I love Google Maps, and it's always updated, of course. And of course, there's music and other entertainment. Imagine streaming radio stations from around the world. TuneIn Radio, for example, works with CarPlay and Android Auto, 100,000 radio stations, so you're not limited to just what's in your city.
And we also wanted to talk about a free app that comes with this, which is called Remote Link, and we're really excited about this. This means that you can remotely do so many different things with Spark that you could never have imagined, not just within a certain proximity of the car, but anywhere in the world, because remember, this is your own hotspot. This car is connected to the internet, so there's a lot you can do with that app.
That's right. So Remote Link is a free download for Apple and iOS devices. You can do a number of things, such as remotely lock and unlock the vehicle using cellular connectivity. So it's not like your fob where you have to be really close. You could be walking through the Toronto Eaton Centre right now going, did I lock my car? With a push of a button on that free app, it'll lock your vehicle. If you locked your keys inside your vehicles, how many people have done that? You can unlock it using the app as well. You can remotely start your car. Which is also very convenient in this kind of weather, and also enable the alarm. Let's say you left, I don't know, Canada's Wonderland, and you forgot where you parked. Well, you just hit that button on the app, and it'll chirp that familiar horn sound.
And let's talk a little bit about remotely starting your car. I have to go back to this point. This isn't about being within a certain proximity, but let's say that I land at Pearson after a long work trip and I know it's cold outside. I want to be able to warm up my car. All I have to do is literally step off the plane and I can remotely start my car. That means after I go through and get my luggage and I go out to my car, it will be nice and warm for the trip home. So this is a big deal. Again, it's all about that internet connectivity.
Right, and Remote Link also lets you access information about your vehicle when you're outside of it. You can see your mileage. You can see like what your gas levels, your oil life. You can see your tire pressure. All that information is, again, the touch of a button on your smartphone in that app, and whether that's important to you and it's relevant to you, or you can share that with a mechanic very easily right from the smartphone itself. So that Remote Link app is great. It works across all devices that are smart, like the Spark here.
And completely free. Now we should also mention, because Mark and I have done so many unboxings, and we want to talk about price, because that's an important thing, a part of any unboxing, really.
That's right. So whenever we do an unboxing, price is important, and I think that's a really big part of this story. This vehicle is $158 a month, which is not unlike a smartphone plan, or under 10 grand to start for the Chevy Spark, which is big enough, it's as big of a story as the tech itself. Pretty impressive for all that tech, because usually you have to buy the premium vehicle to get that kind of technology under the hood. Not so in this case. So, and 10 colors too, which I think is
yeah,
cool.
10 different colors. So starting at just less than $10,000, you essentially have a smartphone on wheels.
That's
so
right.
It's very impressive.
You can learn a lot more at theultimatemobiledevice.com. We're encouraging you to ask questions using the hashtag SparkMobile for those on Twitter that want to ask questions. I know a couple have come through already.
Yes, so thank you to everybody on the live stream who has joined us today. Thank you so much for tuning in. There'll be lots more information online. And like Mark said, you can continue to tweet with us using the hashtag SparkMobile.
That's right. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate your time. While we open to any questions that you may have online and off, we also want to bring up Chris, who's going to answer any questions you've got about the vehicle.